Our last example is a rational function that is not set to 0. We want to start our problem by setting this equal to 0. So let's bring the 1 over to the other side by subtraction. And now we have it with a 0 on one side. But now the left-hand side isn't factored anymore. So we would like to get our fraction factored and a common denominator. Common denominator is x minus 4. So we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator of the 1 by x minus 4. Notice we're going to have to distribute this negative. And we have x plus 2 minus x plus 4 all over the common denominator. X minus 4 is less than or equal to 0. At this point we can combine like terms. Lucky for us, the x's cancel out in the numerator and we're left with a 6 divided by x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. At this point we have it like we want it. Notice that we have greater than or equal to, so we are looking for positive values, and there aren't any zeros in this problem because the numerator is 6 and has no x's, but there could be a vertical asymptote since we have a denominator with x's in it, and there is. The vertical asymptote is x equals 4 with multiplicity 1. Now we can get our sketch. On our x-axis we've got a 4. We've got our vertical asymptote, put a dotted line there. Notice it's going to be opposite. And at this point we need a test value to see whether or not we're above or below the x-axis. The most convenient value to pick would be the y-intercept again. So we have 6 over 0 minus 4 equals 6 over negative 4. 6 over negative 4 is a negative number, so at x equals 0, here we have a negative number. If we only want to take note of the signs, we could just say, okay, we know it's negative. We know at the asymptote we have to switch sides. It's opposite, so that means we go from a below the x-axis to above the x-axis. And since we're interested in positive values, we see our answer is going to be over here on the right-hand side. And our final solution is from 4 to infinity. If you're curious, the graph would be somewhere down here and somewhere up here. But again, we don't really care about the graph as much as we care about whether or not the graph is above the x-axis or below the x-axis.